Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Let me get back to chat here. Hello, Randy. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Judy. Hi, at Texas Gal Chat. Crafts. Blah, blah. Spit it out. So, hopefully, everybody can hear me okay. As you saw, we're going to be making a side stepper card. Hi, Valerie. It's sunny here today, but it's cold. And this is a handmade envelope. I don't know if you guys were with me when I unboxed the Simon Says Stamp box, but it had a Sizzix envelope maker, and it makes an A2 envelope. And where does Pink Lemonade come from? Well, pink lemons, of course. So this does fit into an A2 size envelope. It will cost extra postage. It weighs about 1.5 ounces. Hi, Melissa. And so here's how it unfolds. So this is basically the front of the card. And for this one, I did yellow lemons. I wasn't crazy about them. So you'll see. And then when you open up the card, it's a stepper. Let me get its steps going here. And it steps like that. So then you can still see the inside. You can write your message up here if you want to. And there's the back side of it. So that's how this works. Hi, JC. Hi, Melissa and Chow. And so it's pretty cool. And just an FYI, if you turn it this way, you can also, well, I saw it earlier on a different one, on one of mine, but I can't make it do it right now. I don't know. Durr. So, the whole reason for this is I am trying to smash my stash here. And so I'm using things that I haven't used and I may have had for years. Hey, Maddie. So this is our sample card, and we'll be making the card very, very similar. The paper here is, let's get this envelope out of the way. This is a 12 by 12. And I didn't realize when I bought it, but they're all the same paper. So I've got a lot of this stuff to get rid of. Okay, that's great. Thanks, Melissa. So I'm going to pull a piece out here and move the rest out of my way. And I don't need this much, so I'm going to cut this in half at 6 inches just to make it more manageable. And later we'll be cutting this into strips. Okay, let's move that. So what we're going to start is we're going to start with our base. And so this is a no dye base. Thank you. And oops, did I bump this? What happened here? I must have bumped it. I'm going to share my screen now so you can see the document. Share screen. Where is it? Where are you? I know I have this screen, but it doesn't want to let me share the screen. Well, why not? Let's see if it'll let me share the window. No. Chrome tab. I have it up. I have it on my drive. Okay, here we go. So this is the document with basically the instructions that I wrote out. Now this document is available to channel members for you to download and print. Otherwise, just watch and follow along. And I'm going to be telling you the exact same thing that you're seeing here. Hi, 1-to-1. Hi, Bill. So let's stop sharing. All right. So what I have here, this is let me just make sure I've grabbed the right size. Make sure I don't have something off the wall. No. Okay. So this is 8.5 by 5.5. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a ruler and a pencil. Okay. And I printed mine out, but I forgot to grab it. So let me go grab it real quick because I don't have the prototype in front of me. So here's what it looks like printed out. Go to page 3 here. I want to draw a line at 2 1/4 inches. I love my quilting ruler for this. So I get a nice straight line. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and draw a line at 1 inch. Okay, and then I'm going to draw a line between these two at 2 3/4 inches. So basically half the card. Now, if you wanted to make a center step, you could do these same steps. It's hard to see those pencil lines I see. You could do these but instead make 2 lines here. So this would be maybe 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 on each side, and then you do your scoring in between there. So this here is your cut line for future reference. But I'm going to do my scoring first. And you can use a scoreboard, use what you have. I'm looking for my, there it is. No, that's my Tim Holtz. Where is my, there it is. I'm looking for my Stampin' Up! One. Okay, here we go. So I've got my Stampin' Up! Let me see if I can do this sideways. I don't think I can do it sideways. But you're going to start from this end and you're going to score. No, I can't. My brain just doesn't work that way. You're going to score at 1 inch, but you're only going to score from here down. So from your cut line down. So if you look at your board here, this isn't helpful this way. You just got to, basically there's a side thing here, and you can also use your scoreboard, but if you line up this side thing with your cut line, you're golden. So you're going to score at 1 inch. You're going to score at, oops, did I just score at 1 1/2 inches? Nope, I scored at 1. I'm going to score at 1 1/2 inches. So again, I'm going to start up here. Then you're going to score at 3 inches. I can see my line now. You're going to score at 4 1/4, and at your 4 1/4, you're going to score all the way across. And then you're going to score again at 6 inches, only up to your cut line. Okay. So you're going to notice that this is about a 1/4 inch short of that, and it should be like that. So if you don't have that leeway, it won't fold properly. So now I'm going to cut my cut line. And stop me if you have questions. Welcome, new members. Thank you so much. Okay, right here. So there's a reason why I love this Tim Holtz trimmer. So basically, we're going to cut from this line to this line at the 2 3/4 mark. So I can line this up here and see, and then I can line up this little arrow right here, and I can score or cut till the arrow stops right there. And that's that. So easy. You could do it with your knife. You could do it with scissors if you had to. I can't do anything straight with scissors. So now you're going to start doing your folds. But before you do, you want to erase all those pencil marks. You don't want those on there. And most likely you probably wouldn't even see them, but who wants to take that chance, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. So now your folds, you're working with this side only. Your first fold is going to be a mountain. Your next fold is going to be a valley. Next fold is going to be a mountain. And it'll get weird over here. Just ignore that. Next fold is going to be a valley. Next fold is going to be a mountain. And you're going to mountain fold your 4 1/4 inch score line. And there you are. So simple. And then I like to really burnish these down, because you're going to be adding a lot of layers to this. And you may have seen this before. I certainly didn't invent it. I just worked out the math from, I got a die. Somebody sent me a die for a center stepper. And then I saw some side steppers and I thought, well, that's probably the same thing, only you just do different cuts. So that's what I did. So there we have that. Oh, here's what I wanted to show you. You could also display it this way. So if you wanted steps going up that way, great. Thanks for being a member, Michelle. Okay, so we've got all that done. Now it's time for our cuts on our decorating. So let's move this aside because we don't need it right now. And guys, I pre-die cut everything in advance so that this video wasn't 9 hours long, because it took a long time to die cut those and put them together. So our matte layers, one thing in common is they are all 2 5/8 wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, this is just some Michaels paper, I think. And where did I put that? Honestly, I have too many trimmers, y'all. But there's certain things I like for certain things. And that's that. So I'm going to trim this down to 2 and, what did I say? 2 5/8. So 2 1/2 is 2 4/8, right? What's in my way? Something's in my way. There we go. 2 1/2 is 2 4/8. So just, if you don't have a measure line, I do, but if you don't, just put it halfway between. And cut your 2 5/8 and just cut some strips. Just making sure. Okay. Making sure nobody's trying to message me and telling me that my stream is messed up. Okay. 2 4/8, 2 5/8. And you won't use all this, but I like to have the strips handy in case I mess up my cut, because Lord knows I can. Okay, so there's those strips, and then we know that our pattern layer, the strips are 2 1/2. Oh, thank you, Jim. Thanks for the thumbs up and hello, by the way. So I'm just going to cut some 2 1/2 strips out of this 12 by 12 paper. Use any paper you want. Just keep in mind that the heavier your paper, the more your project's going to weigh and the bulkier it's going to be. Okay, we'll do another 2 1/2. And the reason I'm using different trimmers is I can't find my spare blade for my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. Let me just cut one more just for good measure. 2 1/2. All right, now the rest I'll do with my Tim Holtz trimmer because I can. I'm starting to have avalanches here. Okay. Craft-a-lanch. Let's get my guillotine trimmer here, and we'll trim out the matte layers. So I did note in the paperwork that if you want to cover this piece, cut one extra of these pieces. I'm not covering it, but I do need to cover the front, right? And this side and the back side. So out of my way, you. Let's cut 3 at 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. So we already know it's 2 5/8, so we only need to worry about our 4 1/8 measurement. And then I know that I've got this little bit left over, so I'm going to just set it aside, and I'm going to set it aside so the 2 5/8 side is up and down. Okay, and let's go another one, 4 1/8. So I've got those 3. And then my next is 2 at 2 3/8 by 2 5/8. So let's see if this is 2 3/8. 2 1/8, 2 8, 3/8. Okay, perfect. I need 2 of that. And this little strip, I bet you, will fit in that one spot. Well, we'll find out. Say 2 3/8, 2 1/4, 2 3/8. Okay, there's those. And I'm stacking them according to this list so that all my pattern layers will be easy to correspond because I'm not that smart. Okay, I need to cut 2 at 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. So 1 5/8. There's 1 there's 1 1/4. So that's 1 1/2. 1 1/2 is 4/8. So 1 5/8 is going to be right between 2 3/4. And how many do I need of that one? 1 5/8. Just 1. No, I need 2. Okay. 1 1/2. 1 5/8. Okay, I need 1 at 1 1/8 by 2 5/8. Let's see if this one makes it. Now, some of these really tiny cuts, sometimes I will do on my other trimmer because it's just easier, but this is going to work. There's 1 1/8. Okay. I did the 1 5/8. I got them backwards. Don't get them backwards. Wait a minute. No, that's 2. Cut 1 at 1 1/8 by 2 5/8. 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. Okay, I needed 2 of those. That's what's going on there. Oh Lord. Can't read my own directions. Okay. Measure twice, cut once. 1 5/8 by 2. That's 1 5/8. I need 1 at 3/8. Now the 3/8, I'm eyeballing, friends, because my measure, I know that from this to the blade is a half. So 3/8 is just a little bit more than a half. No, a little bit less than a half. So winging it here. I can always trim it down later if I want to. And then the last one is 7/8 by 2 5/8. So 7/8 I can do on here. And as you can see, I have them in the order that they're going to come on this thing. All right, there's all of my mat layers. Now let's do the pattern layers. Okay. All right, where did I put the strips? You guys, where are they? Here they are. Bye, Chow. Okay. So since these are fairly thin papers, I'm comfortable cutting three of them together, depending on the cut. If it's a tiny cut, no, not happening. But I know this one needs to be 4 inches. So I got 3 at 4 by 2 1/2. I need 2 at 2 1/4 by 2 1/2. I'm comfortable with that. So 2 1/4. Make sure they're lined up. Two at 1 1/2. How you doing, Jim? After your surgery. Okay, Miss Bell, thank you for coming. Okay, then I need 1 at 1 1/4. One at 1 1/4, just a sliver bigger than a 1 1/4. So if that's 1 1/4, I'm just going to go just a hair. I need about a 1/4 inch here. Yeah, eyeballing it. Eyeballing. Come on out of there. And 1 at 3/4 of an inch. Lots of pain. I'm sorry. Ugh, that's terrible. Pain is horrible. Okay, we've got all those cuts done. We can move this. We don't need that any longer. See, we have some extra from our 12 by 12 plus a whole nother strip down there. Now we start putting our mats together. And I like to do them right directly on the base. So I'm going to open this out. And I'm going to start here. And I am going to use wet glue because I don't trust myself with my ATG. Hi, Kenzie. Hi, Shannon. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. Let's get this over closer. Just so I have a little wiggle room. And this is its counterpart. And don't worry, y'all, if they're not perfect. So what? Okay, we want to make sure that everything still folds. So this is the one that's kind of really, really small. Now I've done a few of these, so that's why you see me going pretty quickly, because I'm kind of used to messing up. Now this is the one I eyeballed, and I'm fine with that, but I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to use its opposite side. Doesn't have to be perfect. You won't even really see it. Okay. Next one goes here. And see, now it looks like I cut it too big. That's the story of my life. I cut it about a 1/4 inch too big. And so this is, where is it now? It's at 2 1/2 or 1 and I need to cut about a 1/4 inch off. There we go. I ought to follow my own directions, or I did the directions wrong. Oh, never ending cards are fun too. Yeah. I haven't done one of those in a long time. I did one live, I think, before. Yeah, see, I cut this one right. I just didn't look properly. I didn't use my eyeballs. A lot of us, we're doing cards that are just, average. There's nothing wrong with them. This one's a little too tall, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Actually, yeah. Let's scoot it down just a wee bit. Just a hair. As long as it's not in the way of the fold, we're good. Okay, we're good. Okay, next is this one. So I wanted you to see the order in which I'm doing these because that's the order I have them listed on the diagram. Again, this one is a, oh, I got that crooked. This is why we're using Fairly Arts glue. This one is a valley fold, so I'm going to do the opposite side of the pattern paper. You could do this with collage. You can do it with scraps. Now, how is it that this piece is too big? Okay, let me get that glue off of there. I need to trim it. I don't want it too big because it'll be in the way of the fold. Fuzzy Matty. Fuzzy math. Let's trim that. Hi, Fun Seeker. The hardest part is choosing the papers, but it wasn't hard for me with this because I'm trying to get rid of this paper. So we're going like this, like this, like this. Okay. And we've got this piece here. Goes right here. See, I did a bunch of center stepper ones. So, but I did these with the die, and the die cut too deep or scored too deep and made my paper crack, which I do not like. No. Hi, Teresa. Oh, Miss Bell sent you. Okay, great. Well, welcome. Welcome anybody new. If you're catching me on the replay, thanks for watching. We're doing a side stepper card here. I want some with a pattern on it. There we go. And so basically we're just gluing down all the layers. Okay. So there we are in those layers. All right. Now what I have next is basically the flip side, but I want to do, let me see here. I'm going to move these aside for a minute because I want to do this. So this is the one that's 4 1/8. I like to get the front done first. Oh, welcome, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you so much. So the benefits of membership on my channel. First of all, I only have one membership level. It's about $1 a month. And what you get for that is, for instance, channel members get the downloadable PDF of this that I'm doing that they can print out and have forever and ever. And sometimes I have printables for like foiling, for toner foiling. So I try and have something for the members to make it worth it. And then the second part of that is that although I have the ability to monetize my channel, I do not. So unless you see ads on my channel, I didn't put them there. I am not monetized and I don't put ads. Now, some of my older videos still have ads on them. It's because I'm too lazy to take them off and find them because I have 300 and some million Do you look different? Hi, Kenzie. Thank you. Yes, you look a little green. And so the way most YouTubers make any money off their YouTube is by adding ads. That's why people want 1,000 subscribers, because with 1,000 subscribers, you can have ads. And, we spend money on this stuff. Yes, we do. So it helps immensely to have some form of income from what you do. And I can tell you that, at least for me in my lives, or even my other videos, I spend a lot of time practicing before I go live, or coming up with a plan. I hardly ever go by the seat of my pants, but sometimes I do. And there's nothing wrong with that, just by the way. But it's a lot of time. And now that I'm retired, I'm okay with that. So we know here that the stepper part is here, right? So when we flip it over, we know this is the front of the card. And so now I'm going to put together the front, and then we can decorate, and this card is done. It's very, very easy. This is the hardest part. And if you use pattern paper, and you don't have to do matte layers, you can just use a piece of pattern paper, or you can make your own paper. Yeah, just have fun with it. Okay. And then we'll do this one. I love this paper. That's why I bought it, but I didn't know it was all the same paper. I bought it at Tuesday morning. It was only $4, I can't really complain. Okay, this piece goes here. And I think there's either 25 or 50 pieces for that. I miss Tuesday morning. We don't have it anymore. And I'm going to do the flip side here. You were trying one of the perks. Oh. Was it an emoji? I know I put some new emojis on there. They only let you have so many, depending on how many members you have. And then at some point, they let you give away memberships. Now, I'll say if that happens, you only get the free membership for 1 month, and then you can choose. It doesn't just start billing you. It says, it lets you know, hey, your membership's running out. Do you want to continue or not? If you don't do anything, it just stops. So you don't have to worry about being billed. As a member, you're not obligated to stay a member. You can quit at any time. There's no rules about that. Let's see here. I think I want that lemon to go over there, or grapefruit, or whatever these are. Okay, look at that. And enough about that. All right, so there's the front of our card. And here's the inside of our card. So it stands up like that. Now you can decorate all the way up to here and all the way over to here, but no bigger if you want it to fit in an A2 envelope. So I'm going to do the front of my card first. And as you can see on this one, my design can cover this whole area right here. So this time I made pink lemons because I wanted to. Yeah. I'm liking the glue gun. Although this part got stuck in this, or I had it together wrong or something. I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's all better now. And I'm not going to pop this up because I may put some pearls on or something, but I'm not going to pop it up because I cut it basically out of 110-pound paper hammer mill. And I just feel like, and because it was fussy cut, I feel like it just isn't stable enough to really pop up unless I pop up the whole thing, like, like I usually do with Fun Foam. I don't want to do that. Where's my extra fingers? Whoops. Crash. So all you want to do is you just want to make sure that nothing on this part is covered. But you can come across here. Thanks, Valerie. Yeah, because that's where pink lemonade comes from, right? Now, if anybody's watching the replay and saw that, realize I understand there's no such thing as a pink lemon, but in my world there is. I'm just going to clean up this glue real quick before I run into trouble. In my world there are pink lemons. And then, so these lemons, by the way, come from Simon Hurley stamp set. It's called Zesty. And so I cut out the When Life Gives You Lemons, Make Lemonade, and stamped and cut out. And then I stamped and colored the big lemon branch. And I'll show you in a minute what else. So we can see that this still does all the bending it needs to do. Let's make sure. Mountain, valley, mountain. Oop. Don't want to glue that. Let's let that glue dry before we carry on. Otherwise it will glue down. And what you can do here, it's almost dry. I just don't want it to stick. I'm just kind of peeling some off. I didn't think about it when I put my glue on, because that's how we craft, right? We just go for it. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, and then I've got When Life Gives You Lemons. And I'm going to glue that straight down, and I just want to make sure that it doesn't get on this fold here. So I can do it straight across as long as I don't get glue there, but I like it wonky. So here's the pressure. I don't know if you can tell. I'm barely putting any pressure on it at all. I have to say that with the Nuvo glue, I found it harder to press. But I hear other people saying different. So it's just a matter of how you roll, I guess. So I kept the Nuvo glue and just kept the bigger nozzle for this. And I just keep it all by itself. Because you can get a good chunk of glue out of that. All right, so we've got the outside done, except for maybe decorations. Now it's time to do the inside. So we want to have all our folds the way they're supposed to be. Come on. That goes up, that goes down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. There we go. And I've cut all of these out of some just pink cardstock, and this same cardstock I just went and got the plain parts, and so I can build within here again. And if you have one of these, it's really helpful. You just don't want to go outside of any of these lines. So if I did, I could go like that. So what I would do first is glue these two together, and I'm just gonna sneak some glue under there. And I'm going to hold it for a moment because this glue takes a minute to get hold. Okay, Janin, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I prefer the Bearly Art. I don't have enough experience with the Nuvo overall. So because this is going to be sticking up, I'm not worried about supporting it from the back. But you can. You can also like do acetate and have little things just floating there if you want to. I'm not going to go that far today. I'm going to go ahead and glue this in here. And again, I just want to make sure that I want to push the limit, right? I want to get it right to the line so I can see where I need my glue. Okay. Okay. So we're here so far. Let's see, what else did I do on this one? Oh yeah, I put a little one. Let's do the light pink and we'll do a little one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that up a little bit. Let me get a little foam square out. And I'll put a foam square down in the corner out in the street. I told him I was going live. Why is he calling me? That'd be my husband, Mike, calling. And me not answering. So, and the hello. Hello is from, oh, by the way, the lemons or the citrus is from this die set from Craft Roulette. So I use this medium-sized one and the small one and just cut several layers. And then this hello is from Paper Rose Studio. Does it have a name? It's just the Hello metal die. And I have cut 2 shadow layers, a third shadow layer in white, and I've offset the 2, and then I've cut 2 layers of the pink paper because it's pretty thin. And since this is kind of hanging out here, I really want it to be well supported, you know, so it doesn't break. And first I'm going to give it some citrus over here. So I've got the light pink, the dark pink. I can do a yellow if I want to. I cut 7 of these. You don't need to use all 7, but come here, you. Let's see. And these can hang over. Maybe I want it to hang over there a little bit. Maybe I want it to go something like that. So I'm going to start with the bottommost layer and glue it straight down. We'll call the pink lemons grapefruit. Okay. But Maddie, that's where pink lemonade comes from. I can't help it. I'm a clown. So this one's going to need a little support. And what I did was when I cut out the citrus, I saved some of the white inners for extra support. So I can just glue that on there and it'll give me the support that I need on the back side. So it's not just flopping. And I mean, it won't flop, but it'll just sit more pretty. There we go. I'm just checking from the back side that there's no glue on that side so it doesn't stick to where I don't want it to stick. Okay, where'd my yellow one go? I think I kind of want the yellow one over this way. And then, hello. No. I'm not liking this because it's right next to that, but I know what to do. I'll add another. I think I want to add oh, I'm all out of light pink. Okay. So I'm adding a yellow. Okay, so I want to see if I just glue this straight down, then it's bent. So I want to add a couple of support shims up here. And I think I'm going to do them too tall, like the number 2. Come here, you. Just make sure they're not sticking out the side. And by the way, if you're wondering what I might have done with all the outer pieces there, I'm working on a mixed media piece. It's got to dry, but this is so far where I am with it. Hey, Dawn. Hi, Kathleen. It's the craft roulette, not the stamp, but the die. So see, now that I have that extra support, it's not so bendy. I could almost use one more. Oh, I know. I can use one right about there, but I think I'm going to stuff that one in posthumously. So I'll glue like here. Leave that other part unglued. Let's hold it for a second. Hi, Diane. Oh, happens. I know my son likes to call me when I'm watching YouTube, and I feel like guilty, like ignoring him, but sometimes I do. Because, you know, I'm watching somebody. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're doing great. So I'm going to risk getting glue on this, but I don't care. Doesn't matter. It dries clear. Just to put that extra little shim right there. All right. So then we've got our hello. And I need to glue just these 2 parts. And I'm being generous with that glue because it's got to hold. Okay. I think I want it down a little bit lower. See, I cover most of my citrus anyway. Until the card is, you know, laid out, then it's not covered. Okay, and then I have, so it's a Smart Aleck card, right? Because when life gives you lemons, hello, make lemonade. And I will pop that up. And you can have something going across all the way, anywhere you want on there. I'm glad this didn't go super long so somebody catching the replay doesn't get bored. Because I hope people watch this video. It was fun and time consuming to make. I didn't quite get to the edge there, did I? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So soon we'll have another card challenge on my Facebook group. I've just been kind of giving people a break. People are been sick and all kinds of stuff. My daughter-in-law and my granddaughter both have influenza B, and then my other granddaughter, the baby, has COVID. I'm like, what is going on here? Okay, so now we can just add some bling here, and here's how this looks. Very hard to get that on camera, but there's kind of how it looks. I was well too prepared. Well, I really wanted to be prepared. It took me all day because I had to make this. I had to type out the instructions and make sure I got them right. And yeah, all that. Oh, yeah. The only thing is remembering how these fold. No, it goes like that, like that, like that, like that. There we go. This one worked out perfect because it had a piece of fruit right there. But I need something right here. So I think I'll go with another couple of pieces of fruit and then I'll get some bling on there. I hope they do too. Thank you. They live in Oklahoma, so they're very far from me. And each one of these can stick up, so you can layer this bad boy up quite a bit. Just again, remember that there's going to be extra postage if you do that. Okay, I'll add a shim. I think I might have to trim my shim for this one. Yep. Go right about there. Yeah, there's a lot of sick people right now. No, it doesn't seem to have helped, Kenzie. Oh, thank you. I'm glad they're very readable. Okay. So I know I've told you guys before, but I used to write for a magazine and I taught Photoshop and I had to do everything in 10 steps. And I had to assume that the person watching the video or reading the tutorial has never touched Photoshop in their life. So you kind of learn. Let's see, this is the sticky end. Now, the only thing is, see, this is so bulky that I'm going to have to kind of hold it down with one finger while I decide where to put bling with the other. And I'm not putting giant pearls on. These are all Trinity stamp pearls. And I don't have the wrapper to tell you the names of them. I think I like those two right there. Put another little one right there. Not there. No, don't like it there. You gotta watch me. I'm kind of picky about where this stuff goes. No. Back up here. And these kind of are both yellow and pink together. All right. See if I can do this. Just a itty bitty drop. And I'm not worried if I get extra glue, it'll dry clear. Little drop. Come on. Try and pick these up left-handed is not easy. We have some there, and then let's bling this bad boy up. Bling it good. I know. Thank you. Yes, it is sunshiny and happy. Yeah, Photoshop is complicated. You're right about that. It's not for me because I've been doing it since, the 90s, but the 1900s, as Dawn would say. That one almost looks blue. I don't want that. Flip over. Flip. You shall flip. You shall flip. All right. Don't flip. Let's shake them up and see if anybody flips over. Oops. How about everybody flips out instead? Okay. Do a couple right there. Yep, like those there. I mean, you really love somebody if you're making this, but imagine as a Valentine. you know, with some of your heart pattern paper and your gnomes or your trolls or whatever Valentine type things you have. I want one right here. Okay, I'm happy with it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's turn this over. We'll get some on the front, and then we'll be done. It's Photoshop Elements. We do need some. Well, it's sunny here today, but it's cold. But it's sunny. It's not as cold as it was when it was like snowy and frozen and stuff like that, but for some reason I'm colder. I guess I'm just a big baby. Got my theme song stuck in my head. I want this size, I think. No, I don't like that. Move it up a little. I could add more, but I need to stop now. I need to stop that. Stop it. Let's just put these back before I have a terrible accident. And I have some extra citrus for a next one I want to do. Oh, you're right, Cheryl. We send a 5-page diagram on how to use the card. Yeah, maybe dampness does seep into my bones. Kenzie, were you the one that was telling me that you were a Scot living in Canada? I think I seem to remember that, but I could be wrong. So, I mean, you could send it to them this way, and then it's clear, right? How it goes. Or like this. So let's get my A2 envelope. And if you weren't here in the beginning, this was an envelope I made with my Sizzix envelope maker. Not the maker, but the die that I got with my Simon Says Stamps goodie box that I got last year. And then I went ahead and stamped and alcohol marker colored those. So it will go into an A2 envelope, but it will need extra postage because it weighs too much. But look at there. And just in time, stream's almost over. Let's give away this card. So anybody watching, the recipient will already know how to work it. You just realized it flips. Well, I mean, you want stuff. The back side, there's nothing on the back side. You could decorate the back too if you wanted to, but you'd have to do each one of these pieces to make sure it folds, and I think it would add too much bulk. So, oh, thank you. So if you want to win this card, let me go to the certain chat place that I need to go to, and I'll send it to you in this envelope. Let me see. Where is my keyboard? There it is. Okay. I need the StreamYard giveaway tool. Okay. Choose a live stream. Okay. If you want to win this card, I need you to put in the chat Hashtag pink lemonade, all one word, all lowercase. And let me go back over to this thing. Let me go present my screen. Share screen, giveaway tool, share, match the text, hashtag pink lemonade. I had to learn how to spell. Give it just a few moments for everybody to get it in. If it's wrong, just type it again. Looks like I've got it up here on the screen, so hopefully you can see it. So in case I spelled it wrong, there's how it's spelled there. Okay, I got 10 entries. I don't know how many are watching. Looks like 30. I'll send this anywhere in the world, my friends. Until I run out of foreign stamps, and then you might have to wait. All right, does everybody have their pink lemonade in? It looks like they do. Okay, let's go draw. Let me find where I was here. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're gonna draw. Teresa, you won. Congratulations. If you email me at, I'm going to put it in the chat. Email me at that, and just make sure that all I need is, of course, your name and address so I know where to send it. And I'll get that sent off to you. You know, I have 2 of them, but I don't have 2 envelopes. Should I give away the other one? What do you guys think? Okay, let me go. Let's pick a different word. Okay. Go back. Okay, choose a live string. Match text. Okay, we're just going to do an easy one. We're just going to do, where's the hashtag? Hashtag lemons. Okay. So if you want to, just type hashtag lemons in the chat, and I'll give away the second one too. You have foundation on your iPad, Janin? Oh no. Give it just a few more moments. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw. I can never find, I've got too many tabs open. This is the story of my life. Giveaway tool. We'll go ahead and draw. Valerie. Valerie wins. Congratulations. Here again is my email. If you don't get a confirmation from me that I received it, please email me again, because sometimes it'll go into my spam folder, and sometimes I'm scared of my spam folder. There are lots of women who want to date me, and not in a really nice way. Congratulations, and thanks everybody for coming to my live stream today, and thanks for people who are watching the replay. I can stop sharing my screen. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for my members, my new members, and returning members. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on the way out the door. Appreciate you, and have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.